Welcome to the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast, a show all about reviewing dinosaurs on a scale of 1 to 10 fossils, before only the elite terrible lizards make it into the prehistoric cage match. This program is presented by the Stomp Chomp Roar Company and can be heard within all the rock layers across the planet. Grab your dinosaurs and your official scorecard because it's now time to dig for dinosaurs. Here's your Mesozoic host, Dinosaur Ranger Anthony.
Good morning, all my junior paleontologists. It's time for the most important meal of the day. It's time for the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast. Now, did everyone go and hear the rooster crow this morning? It's time to rise and shine because it's 7 a.m. here in Omaha, Nebraska, and the home of the Stomp Chomp Roar Company. Now, this is your early bird host, Dinosaur Ranger Anthony, and I'm definitely more of an early bird than a night owl. But honestly, I just love being awake and learning all about different kinds of dinosaurs. So wake up, everyone, and let's have a wonderful morning together. Now, since we're talking about breakfast, what's your favorite breakfast item? Is it cereal? Maybe eggs or donuts, or maybe even pancakes, waffles, or French toast. I love French toast, you guys. And what about orange juice or coffee? Blah! I never liked coffee, you guys, until I was about 30 years old. And I still prefer my coffee to be iced coffee, flavored like French vanilla or caramel. And then I like a little bit of whipped cream and maybe a caramel drizzle on top. So I have all those fruity foo-foo coffees, you guys. But nonetheless, here's my coffee mug from Jurassic World when I went to Universal Studios back in April over spring break. But look, you guys, there's nothing in my coffee mug. And that's right. Did you guys know that even the coffee mugs and like water cups on news shows, there's nothing even in them? They're just there to make it look cool. Hell, it'd be like a cool decoration, you guys. Well, you guys, before we pour our syrup or munch on our favorite breakfast cereal, let's update you guys on some Dinopreneur news, you guys. Now, have you submitted your entry for the Stomp Chomp Roar Awards? The Dinosaur Awards, you guys. You just have 9 days left, and the last day to submit your entry is on Friday, September 30th, 2022. If you're just the most in love with dinosaurs, then this is a contest for you. All you need to do is submit a photo of you and your dinosaur toy collection and answer one simple question. Why do you love dinosaurs more than anyone else? Remember, you guys, 3 lucky junior paleontologists will win a dynamite prize from the Stomp Chomp Roar Company, and the first place winner will win the Stomp Chomp Roar Trophy. Which dinosaur fan will win the gold? And you'll find out on Wednesday, October 5th, as part of the Stomp Chomp Roar Dinosaur Awards. Now, to learn more, you can visit my Facebook page. Just search for Stomp Chomp Roar on Facebook, or head over to my website at stompchomproar.com/awards. Now, you guys, if you're in the Omaha, Nebraska area, this weekend I'll be out at Vala's Pumpkin Patch. I have a few shows this weekend, you guys. Saturday, September 24th, and Sunday, September 25th. Each day I'll have a show at 11:45 a.m., 12:45 p.m., and 1:45 p.m. So 3 shows a day this Saturday, September 24th, and Sunday, September 25th, you guys. I'll be on the Howling at the Moon stage, and that's right in front of the haunted farmhouse, right next to the storybook barn. And I'll bring my Halloween fossil cart show with my Mummy King Paleo, my exploding pumpkin volcano, and so much more. And I'll even be dressed up as the Mad Paleontologist. Now, you guys, I'm also working on a Donuts and Dinosaurs live show. Do you love donuts? Do you love dinosaurs? Then this is gonna be the show for you, because I'm working on bringing this show to a local bakery here in the Omaha, Nebraska area, you guys. So I'm searching for a local bakery to become my partner for this tasty dinosaur treat. Now, you guys, let's give out a few shout outs before today's dinosaur review. So first off, I want to give another awesome, great, dynamite shout out to the Grand Island road trip, you guys. Last Wednesday, like if you remember from my last podcast, I went out to Grand Island, Nebraska, a couple hours away from the Stomp Chomp Roar House, and I had tons of fun. I went out and I visited Peace Lutheran Preschool, Teaching Tree Childcare, and Cherry Park Creative Corner. I just had an awesome time, you guys, visiting these three childcare centers and teaching them about dinosaurs, prehistoric life, letting them feed paleo. I think paleo easily ate over 200 fish that day, you guys. It was just so much fun. And also a shout out to Bosselman's Truck Stop. I stopped there on my way there, you guys, and I got some Cinnabons for breakfast because they're cinnamon rolls. And today is all about breakfast. They were so good, so shout out to Cinnabon. Now also a shout out to Nebraska Medicine. Last Thursday, you guys, I went and visited the pediatric patients over there at Nebraska Medicine at the hospital, you guys, and as you guys know, I just have a herbivore Brachiosaurus-like heart, and I just wanted to give back to the community. I wanted to make a hospital visit. I always see, all the superheroes going and visiting the kids, so I wanted to bring my dinosaurs to interact with the kids and just give them a little bit of an extra smile, you guys. So it just totally warmed my heart that I was able to make a lot of those kids' day. It was just so much fun. I took my fossil cart show out there and did it for a few of the kids. They had it on Zoom, so the kids in their rooms that didn't feel like coming out, or they maybe didn't feel good, they could watch in the comfort of their hospital room. And then I even went around afterwards and did some hospital room visits with paleo. And I want to give a special shout out to Elora. We just had tons of fun visiting her room, you guys. She was giggling. She was so happy to be able to see a real baby dinosaur named Paleo. So shout out to you, Alora. Thank you so much for just brightening my day as well. I had so much fun meeting you and your mom. Now, happy 3rd birthday to Ella. We went and did our dinosaur hatchling adventure at her house on Sunday, and this is more of a package for toddlers. So she was turning 3 years old. We did our dinosaur hatchling adventure. We talk a little bit more about dinosaur eggs and our Maiasaura, which means the good mother lizard. Now, shout out to Hamilton Heights on Taylor Street. We're going to be coming to you guys this Friday and teaching your kiddos all about prehistoric life and dinosaurs. And also another shout out, you guys, to Junior Ranger Cecilia, my very own daughter, you guys. She's on the volleyball team this year, and it's her first year playing volleyball for Central Middle School here in Millard Public Schools. And you guys, she's new. She's a rookie. She's on the reserve team, and the team hasn't been doing so good, but last week, you guys, Cecilia was the breakout star. She still hadn't got any serves over, and I told her, once she gets a serve over for a point, I'm gonna take her out for a slushie. Well, you guys, I owe her like 4 or 5 slushies because she got 5 serves over the net last week, and 4 of them were for points. That's right, she scored 4 points all by herself. She was totally the breakout star of the game, and coming from an athletic background, I played football, wrestled back in high school. I was just a very proud dad. So shout out to Junior Ranger Cecilia. Now, you guys, let's go ahead and grab our bowl, our milk, and our favorite breakfast cereal because it's time to start eating our favorite breakfast cereals. That's right, it's time to start eating our breakfast and listening to the greatest prehistoric show on earth, the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast. And as we start pouring in our milk, you guys, make sure to go ahead and grab our official Dinosaur Review for Kids scorecard. You remember, go ahead and go to my website, stompchomproar.com, click on that Science Lab tab, and you'll see the post about the Dinosaur Review for Kids, and you'll be able to print off for free the PDF file of the official Dinosaur Review for Kids scorecard. Now let's pick up our spoons and start eating. I mean, digging for dinosaurs. So here we go, you guys. Today's dinosaur species is the Paraseggosaurus. The Paraseggosaurus. What? You guys haven't heard of the Paraseggosaurus? Why haven't you? This is just an enormous dinosaur. It is so cool, so famous, the Paraseggosaurus. And this dinosaur species name means near waffle lizard. That's right, near waffle lizard, you guys. The Paraseggosaurus, just one of the coolest dinosaurs, even more popular than the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. No? You guys don't think it's famous? And that's right, you guys, because this is Dinosaur Ranger Anthony's hybrid dinosaur. That's right, we're doing our very first hybrid here on the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast. So this one, you guys, is the Paraseggosaurus, which means near waffle lizard. Now, what is the dinosaur order of the Paraseggosaurus, you guys? So this dinosaur is an ornithischian. It's a bird-hipped dinosaur, and then it falls into two dinosaur suborders, the ornithopods and the Thyreophora, and those include the Lambeosaurids, like our Parasaurolophus, and the Stegosaurids, like our Stegosaurus. So this hybrid, our Paraseggosaurus, is going to be half Parasaurolophus and half Stegosaurus, but with a little bit of a breakfast twist, and I'll get to that here in just a moment. Now, how big was this dinosaur? What was the length, the height, the weight of the Paraseggosaurus? So this one, you guys, is coming up to a 33 feet in length, or 10 meters, and up to 16 feet high, or 4.8 meters, and it weighs up to 8,000 pounds. So it has the same length, height, weight as the Parasaurolophus. Very similar body style as the Parasaurolophus. The Paraseggosaurus, again, up to 33 feet in length from their nose all the way back to the end of the tail, and if they're standing up on two legs, they can reach up to heights to 16 feet high and weigh around 8,000 pounds. Now, how fast was this dinosaur? How quick is the Paraseggosaurus? This one, you guys, is 20 to 25 miles per hour. They can walk on both a bipedal and a quadrupedal stance on 2 and 4 legs. So I believe when they're more running around, maybe migrating, they're going to be on 2 legs. Now they can also walk on all 4, and especially when they're down eating all kinds of low-lying vegetation, like cycad plants, ferns, mosses. They're going to be getting down on all 4 legs, you guys, and munching on all kinds of cereal. No, there wasn't cereal back during the Mesozoic era? Well, then we'll stick with plants for our Paraseggosaurus. So you guys, what are the weapons or defense, other characteristics of our Paraseggosaurus? So here is where it gets fun, you guys. What are the characteristics of the Paraseggosaurus? So this is a duck-billed dinosaur, like I mentioned. It very resembles the Parasaurolophus, but with a few Stegosaurus traits, with a breakfast twist. No, not a cinnamon roll, just a dinosaur breakfast twist. So let's go ahead and get started. Imagine a Parasaurolophus, a duck-billed dinosaur with a spoon-shaped, toothless beak. They have 2,000 cheek teeth inside of their cheek, and they have, that's making them be a herbivore. They're eating all kinds of plants. Now, you guys, our Paraseggosaurus has a syrup spit. That's right, a maple syrup spit that they can spit out of their mouth. Now, what's the uses for this? Maybe a little of protection. They could scare other creatures away, or maybe a little bit for eating. You know, maybe they're spitting it onto those pine needles, and that's helping them be able to maybe grind them down better as they're eating them with those 2,000 cheek teeth. Maybe making those pine needles not as pokey. The syrup kind of goes and mixes them all up, and they make themselves a little bit of oatmeal with their maple syrup spit. Now, Now, our Paraseggosaurus also has a 6-foot-long head crest on the top of their head, just like the Parasaurolophus, and they believe that could be used for maybe a great sense of smell. They could smell the bacon cooking from miles away. Maybe they can make a good sound with it, you guys, just like maybe brewing a cup of coffee. It makes a huge sound. No, not really, but maybe they could make a foghorn-like sound with that head crest. They believe that they have some tubes running from their nose all the way back into that head crest. And hey, here's my Paraseggosaurus figure right here, you guys. I forgot to bring it up front and center on my video cast feed. So my Paraseggosaurus has that head crest on its head. They also believe it could be for sound or maybe even a mating display. Kind of like peacocks have all kinds of cool feathers. Maybe the Paraseggosaurus could have a longer head crest or maybe all kinds of impressions, maybe even colors on it. And we'll get to the color of this head crest in just a few moments. But you guys, look at its back. Our Paraseggosaurus has 5 large waffle-like Stegosaurus plates. That's right, its plates on its back aren't plates like the Stegosaurus 100%. They're plates like the Stegosaurus, but they look like waffles. They're 5 waffles going down their back, and that's helping protect their back from all kinds of meat eaters, like maybe a Tyrannosaurus Rex, you guys. Those plates are very firm, they're very bony, they're going to protect their back from all those carnivores with those sharp serrated teeth. Now their skin, our Paraseggosaurus, you guys, has a pebble-like skin like the Parasaurolophus or the Stegosaurus. No feathers on these herbivores, but our Paraseggosaurus, you guys, is covered in a little bit more of a blueberry syrup that runs down the back of its neck, down the back, down to the end of its tail, giving it somewhat of a purplish color up there on the top. Now on top of that head crest, they have a peanut butter smothered head crest, you guys. That is, who knows what that's for? I just thought it would be cool. Peanut butter smothered on top of the head crest. You tell me, why would they have peanut butter on their head crest? Well, you guys, we go to the back of the tail, and it has 4 thagomizer spikes, just like the Stegosaurus. This is going to be used for a little bit of protection, or maybe even using it as a tool to be able to swing it, maybe knock trees down, get all kinds of vegetation. Maybe they could put sausage links into the thagomizers, and they could save them for later. But this one's eating plants. It's a herbivore. They have those cheek teeth for shredding all kinds of vegetation. Now they also, you guys, have a webbed finger, and our Paraseggosaurus would have lived in a small herd, maybe for feeding, nesting, migrating, and even protection. So you guys, where did the Paraseggosaurus live, and how long did this species live during the Mesozoic era? Well, you guys, the Parasaurolophus is living during the late Cretaceous period, about 76-65 million years ago, and our Stegosaurus lives during the Jurassic period, and that was about 156 to 140 million years ago. So the base species of our hybrid lived back during the Mesozoic era, but this one, you guys, is living today, so it's living in the Cenozoic era, which means present life, here in 2022, you guys. So both these creatures, the Parasaurolophus, Stegosaurus, and our Paraseggosaurus, are found here in North America. Now we'll get to why the Paraseggosaurus became a hybrid here in just a moment after we give it our official review, but it was made by Dr. Wu's breakfast accident. That's right, a breakfast accident from Dr. Henry Wu created our Paraseggosaurus, and it was named back in 2022 by Dinosaur Ranger Anthony himself. That's right, I named my very first dinosaur the Paraseggosaurus, the near waffle lizard. Well, you guys, let's give a quick recap for this amazing dinosaur creature. The Paraseggosaurus, up to 33 feet long, 16 feet high, up to 8,000 pounds, running about 20-25 miles per hour, a duck-billed dinosaur with toothless beak, 2,000 1,000 cheek teeth, maple syrup spit, a large head crest for smell, sound, mating. They have 5 large waffle-like Stegosaurus plates, a pebbly-like skin covered in blueberry syrup, a peanut butter, a smothered head crest, 4 thagomizer spikes on their tail, and they have that webbed finger. So very amazing creature. I just love they're living in herds. That's going to be protection. They've got those Stegosaurus plates, those waffle-like plates on their back. That is protection. They've got the thagomizers on their tail. That is protection. They've got the maple syrup spit. That is also protection. This one is just protected, you guys. They are an amazing creature. But what is going to be our score? Our very first hybrid here on the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast. What is going to be our score, you guys? So I came up with this one a little bit of a unique way. So the Parasaurolophus, I gave it a 6.0 a long time ago last year. And then I gave our Stegosaurus, you guys, a 7.5. So I averaged those two scores. So 6.0, 7.5. The middle is 6.7. And then I gave our Paraseggosaurus an extra point for the maple syrup spit. So a 6.8. That's right, 6.8 for our Paraseggosaurus. An amazing hybrid, you guys, that you now know all about. You gotta get your very own Paraseggosaurus toy figure that I have here in the Stomp Chomp Roar Dinosaur Lab. An amazing creature. I need to get those sold in Walmart, Amazon, Target, just all the big box retail stores. The kids are gonna go crazy for this for Christmas this year. It is gonna be like Furby or the Tickle Me Elmo. It's gonna be the Paraseggosaurus with a 6.8. There we have it, everybody, a 6.8 for the coolest hybrid dinosaur to ever walk on the earth. Now, Dr. Wu, you guys, has nothing on the Paraseggosaurus, who scored that mighty 6.8 on the Dinosaur Review for Kids. That's right, I said it. But you guys, are you ready to hear the story of how the Paraseggosaurus came about? Well, here goes, you guys. Let me pull open our story all about the Paraseggosaurus. So, you guys, moments before the breach of the Indominus Rex at Jurassic World, Dr. Henry Wu placed his favorite breakfast option of waffles smothered in peanut butter and maple syrup on his desk. Now, Dr. Wu, you guys, was working on a new Parasaurolophus and Stegosaurus hybrid, just like these two dinosaur figures right here. He's working on a way to mix those creatures together to develop a new herbivore hybrid for Jurassic World, because we had tons of carnivore hybrids. What about a herbivore hybrid? So Dr. Wu is starting to work on that new hybrid to add to the herbivore paddock on Isla Nublar. Now, sometime during all the chaos that led to the closing of Jurassic World, Dr. Wu's breakfast plate came in contact with one of the DNA hybrid vials. A mixture of Eggo waffles, peanut butter, and maple syrup contaminated the DNA before the plate hit all the way towards the floor. Now, when Dr. Wu escaped from Jurassic World, he grabbed all of his most important projects, including his dinosaur hybrid DNA vials. Now, during the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Dr. Wu realized the effects of his breakfast cereal had on one of the hybrid vials. So the new dinosaur hatchlings were sold to a buyer in Omaha, Nebraska during the auction in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And just south of Interstate 80, you guys, in Omaha, sits a factory with bright red letters on it that read Kellogg's. And they make cereal and waffles and all kinds of breakfast items. Now, the baby dinosaurs would be caged at the Kellogg's plant here in Omaha for a future marketing campaign. And it wasn't until the events of Jurassic World Dominion that a large herd of Parasaurolophus passed through Omaha, and a group of them knocked down the fences here at the plant, and it released our Paraseggosaurus, you guys, into the world, into Jurassic World. Totally amazing, totally cool. They are some of the coolest, you guys, the Paraseggosaurus Stegosaurus, and I even sent Kellogg's a picture of it, you guys, back when I announced our hybrid back in July, and they even sent me some free coupons for some waffles, some Eggo waffles. Now, did everyone finish their breakfast cereal, or are you guys all still eating? I need to head up and get myself some breakfast cereal, you guys. I am just getting pretty hungry myself. But I better grab my Oreo O's. That's right, you guys. These are my favorite cereal, and I can remember eating them back when I was a little boy back in the late 90s. Now, sadly, they stopped making them in 2007, but they made a triumphant return back in 2017, and now I always have a box in my cupboards, you guys. But let's do a quick joke before we log off for today. And this joke, you guys, I totally made up myself, so I hope it is just the best joke in the entire world. Which breakfast food is the strongest, even stronger than a T-Rex? Let me say it again. Which breakfast food is the strongest, even stronger than the T-Rex? It's a waffle! A waffle, you guys, because a waffle, it's a pancake with abs! Chiseled abs, you guys! You don't see a T-Rex with abs, do you? The T-Rex better start doing some crunches, you guys. Could they do crunches? They got those tiny little arms. Well, you guys, if our T-Rex was in the gym, it could still curl 550 pounds with a pair of dumbbells. So not so tiny anymore, T-Rex, but a waffle is still the strongest breakfast cereal. Now, you guys, before we go, here's the $1 million breakfast question for you. Here it is. Do you put peanut butter on your pancakes, waffles, and French toast? I sure do, and I'm about to go make me some Cap'n Crunch berry-tastic pancakes smothered with peanut butter all on top, and then coat it with a nice layer of maple syrup from Mrs. Butterworth. Here we go, you guys. I gotta get upstairs. I am starving. I'm making myself just too hungry, you guys. So let's go fire up the breakfast griddle, and remember, my name is Dinosaur Ranger Anthony, your early bird for today's podcast, and keep digging for dinosaurs. We'll see you guys later.